topic about the functions and like maybe in like my environment, the function syntax is showing the error. So I'll just quickly give you the functions execution in the online basically compiler of Python. Okay, and then we will moving into the Python libraries today. Okay, and we will discuss few things related to libraries and yeah, and there is small topic that is a Python arrays that we will be covering today. Okay. So let's begin with the topic. Just give me 1 minute. I'm just getting my charger. My laptop is showing me the less charge. Just give me 2 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sharing my screen and we will be just working everything here. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. We were actually yesterday we were discussing about the user-defined functions, and unfortunately, it was not basically working in my environment. So today we will just cover up those things and then we move into the next basically. So there are three categories of functions in the Python. One is a built-in function, second is a user-defined functions, and functions defined into the built-in module. So there are three ways we can have the functions in the Python. Okay. And we were trying to have the one. Okay. And unfortunately, just give me 1 second. This is Panda code actually. We will discuss the same thing again, but afterwards. Okay. Let me first explain you the function. Okay, suppose I'm having a one function, I'm defining a function, say greet. Yesterday we did this, but it's not working out. So this is, say, this is a string of greeting function. Okay, we will be print something into it, say, hello, good evening. This is what I want, and it should return. Okay. So once it is being returned, and I will be executing it. So there'll be nothing, it's just a declaration. Okay. I had to first, I had to just invoke the function. So I will be passing greet and I will be just invoking it like this. Okay. Then I will be executing it. So I am getting hello, good evening as a return. Are you understanding this? It was not working yesterday. Now, similarly, we can also pass certain parameters and we can demonstrate a simple functions. Okay. So like if you are having certain variables you want to declare and you want to pass certain list and then you want to append a list by just declaring the functions and then you can append the list, that is also possible. Okay, so if you want I can show you a very different basic, this is a very basic thing which we tried yesterday but it was not working out. Now we will be moving into the some next level. Okay, so I'm just having a test function. Okay, only passing certain arguments to it. Okay, I'll be having certain print. In that, I will be having inside function. Okay, I will be just passing arg here. I'll be having print id. I'll be just having id inside the function. I hope you are understanding. We are demonstrating the yesterday's topic only, which was not basically practice practically. So I'm just giving you glance of it and then we moving into the next topic. That is the built-in functions. There are a few built-in functions which need to be understood and discussed. So that we will be going. Okay. Append is again one of the built-in functions. So I'm just having 100 to it. And then I will be having var. I'll be just assigning some values to it. So 10, 20, 30, 40, I'll be assigning. Okay. And if suppose I print the ID before passing my function or before invoking the function. So what I will get it, I will be getting ID in bracket var. So what value I will get it? I will get a simple, basically numbers which are being assigned 10, 20, 30, 40 dikhega. Then I will be invoking my test function here. Sorry. Test function. Okay. Function. I will be passing var to it. Okay. And then I'll be printing again. Sorry. I'll be printing again the list after function call. Okay. And again, I'll be printing in var. Okay. Now I'm executing this. So you will see that before it was 10, 20, 30, 40. And after list, it become 10, 10, 20, 30, 40 and 100. And this 100 is coming because of this test function. Is this clear to everyone? Am I audible? Not audible?
Ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. So is it clear? The code is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I just want you should create one function where you can print a name and the age of a person. Just create a function. Okay, this is a small assignment. Just create a one function to print age and the name of say student. Just create it. This is a small work I had just given you. Create karo फटाफट. Then we will also see certain inbuilt function, or we can call as a built-in functions. Okay. So those functions which are already there in the Python environment, we call as a built-in functions. And built-in functions basically already predefined functions we can call. Okay, they also called as a predefined functions. And we had already used one predefined function itself in this, that is a append. Okay. But there are many, like a length, we can have it. Print itself, we are using one in inbuilt function. Okay. Um, so there are few functions we should know. Okay, at any time we may need it. Okay, so we will talk about built-in functions in Python. So like any, then ASCII, then bin.
Ma'am, please show again those function.
Which functions? This code you want?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Just to wait. Done, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Now we are talking about built-in functions. So there is any ASCII bin, then we are having ABS, that is for the absolute basically value. Then we are having all. All is basically used for what purpose we will be using all function? It returns true. This all function I'm talking about, it returns true if all items are pass iterable. Okay, or else it returns false. Okay, then the bin function used to return binary representation. Okay, it represent binary representation. Okay, ABS for the absolute value. Okay, then there is a function called bool. Bool convert the value to the boolean. Okay, bool converts value to the boolean value. Okay, then we are having bytes. Okay, bytes. What is the main purpose of byte? Byte is used to return the byte objects, or return a byte object only. Okay, so it return the byte object. Okay, and it is an immutable version of the, it is the immutable version of which one? It's an immutable version of the byte array function. Okay, so if you want, you can create, or you can just check it. Basically, UTF basically conversion, you can have it. Okay, then we are having callable function. Okay, so there is another category of function we call as a callable. So callable function is something that can be called. Okay, so callable function is something that can be called. Okay, so basically this built-in function checks and return true if the object passed to appears to be callable. Okay. Otherwise, it will return the false. Okay. I'll just show you one basic example for the callable function. You see, these are all the functions you can use to check the data, okay? To analyze the data using Python, okay? That's why I'm explaining each and every built-in functions. So this is a 8, okay? Let's say this is one variable and you just want to print 8, or so you want to check whether it is a callable or not. So obviously it is not callable. It is a constant variable we declare, right? It's not a function. If you just try to do it like this, what is the outcome? You will get it false here as an outcome or output. You can try this. आप ये छोटा सा कोड एक बार ट्राई करके देखो. I hope my screen is visible and you are trying at the same time. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, I'm trying.
Okay. Now we also have another function, compile. Sorry. compile function. Okay. Now the compile function takes your source code as an input. Okay. जितना भी आपने coding लिखा है program मतलब Python का, that is taken by the compile function as an input and returns the code object which can be later be executed by the exe function. मतलब compile करके फिर आप execute कर सकते हो. So the compile function and the exe function works parallelly, or we can say one after another. Okay. So compile your code. Like if you are having certain code, so you can compile it and after that you can execute it. करके देखो. And then exe function is basically execute the code. Let's say compile is just compiling. Okay. Then we will have a exec function. Exec function is basically for the execution of the code. Okay. For execution of the code, I will be just assigning you one value. One value, just x is equals to 8. Okay. This is just a variable I declare. Now I am executing it. Certain condition I want to execute. Okay. So I'm just having print. Okay. X is equals to 8. It will check whether this value is true. Okay. If it is true, then it will print true. Okay. And then if suppose ex, and if I just make like this, okay, print x plus say 5, this will print what will be the output of this? What will be the output of this? Can you just tell me what will be the output? Yeah, please try to execute this and tell me the output.
Working, ma'am.
It's working. See, this code you need to execute and check. Then this code you need to execute and check what will be the output. Clear? Is it clear, not clear?
Yes, ma'am. False is coming, ma'am. Let me execute the next one.
Okay.
False is coming, yeah.
Yeah. So it is working out, right? And exe basically function also you can try it for this 3 lines of code. You can just try this. See, exe function is just to make your basically interpreter कि ये कोड एग्जीक्यूट करना है, इसलिए वो इंस्ट्रक्शन दे रहे हैं हम. प्रिंट एज अ काइंड ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन वी आर गिविंग इन द exe फंक्शन. It's done. So let me know once you and execute this code. It's done or not done? It's a very simple
Yes,
code.
ma'am. It's coming. It's
Yeah.
done.
Okay, fine.
I got both the false and as well as 13 done.
Okay, fine. Now we will be having a sum as a function. Okay. So now what is the main purpose of sum? Sum is used to get the sum of the numbers of an iterable. Okay, iterable. So it can be a list, it can be anything which is iterable. Okay. So sum is function for getting the sum of the numbers. So simple. S is equals to sum. It's a function and we will pass the iterable. Iterable means a list, we will pass it. Simple thing I'm just doing here. And if suppose I print it, I will get the summation of that list. Okay. Then we will be having ASCII, ASCII is done. Eval function. What is the use of eval function? Eval function parses the expression passed to it. Okay, it runs the Python expression code within the program. Okay. So it will evaluate basically. Eval function is basically for evaluation. Okay. Then we are having float function. So float function returns the floating point number from the number or a string. Okay. So it will return certain floating point number. So absolute is just opposite of the float. Okay. Suppose you are passing any decimal number. So absolute function आपको उसका absolute value देगा और float जो function है that get converts your number into the floating point. Okay. Then format function. Then frozen set. I had given you one basically thing on the set when we discuss a set. So frozen set is a one function which returns the immutable frozen set object. आप लोगों ने किया नहीं किया I really don't know. Then we are having globals. Okay, global function returns the dictionary of the current global symbol table. Okay, so you can try this for the any variable. Okay, so there are so many inbuilt function, len, list, so many basically inbuilt functions we are having in the Python to evaluate individual data item. Individual data item के लिए ये functions, built-in functions we can use it. Okay. Then there is next category of functions we are having in the Python, that is the lambda functions. What is the main use of lambda functions? ये इंटरव्यू में पूछने वाला क्वेश्चन है. What is the lambda functions in
Num
Python?
passing a function as an expression.
Right. So the function or lambda function can take a number of arguments at a time and it will return a one argument at a time. In general, lambda functions are basically, they are the anonymous functions. Okay. Are you understanding this?
No, ma'am. Please repeat it again.
See, I will explain the lambda function. Basically, lambda functions can take n number of arguments, okay, at a time. N number मतलब आप कितने भी arguments दे सकते हो, but it will only return one argument at a time. Okay, मतलब आपको देना arguments उसमें कितने भी आप दे सकते हो, पर वो जब रिटर्न करेगा तो वो एक ही आर्ग्यूमेंट रिटर्न करेगा. Okay, and lambda functions in the Python are the anonymous functions. Okay, anonymous मतलब क्या होता है? इसका मतलब ये होता है that they don't have any name. Okay,
Ma'am, it's like it's a equivocal.
see, we can create the lambda function. Okay, जैसे हमने अभी तक करे हैं create, जैसे हमने function create करे हैं, but when we use a lambda keyword, it become a lambda functions. Okay, मैं इसका syntax बताती हूँ आपको. Simple, पहले आप इसको understand करो. हम इसमें lambda नाम लिखेंगे. Okay, ऐसा कीवर्ड है ये, और फिर हम आर्ग्यूमेंट्स देंगे. ओके, देन वी आर हैविंग एक्सप्रेशन टू इट. ओके, सो लैम्डा फंक्शंस फिर कहाँ यूज होंगे, फिर ये अलग कैसे हुए नॉर्मल फंक्शन से? देयर मे बी क्वेश्चंस. ओके, सो लैम्डा फंक्शन कैन बी यूज व्हेनेवर फंक्शन आर्ग्यूमेंट्स आर नेसेसरी. मतलब आपके फंक्शन में आर्ग्यूमेंट नेसेसरी है और फिर आप आर्ग्यूमेंट के लिए लैम्डा फंक्शन बना दो और फिर वो फंक्शन में पास करते चलो. सो दैट इज द मेन पर्पस ऑफ द लैम्डा फंक्शंस. ओके, सो अगर आप एक सिंपल एग्जांपल लेते हैं, एक कोड लेते हैं टू डेमोन्स्ट्रेट द लैम्डा फंक्शन. जैसे कि आपने पहले कभी डेफ ऐड नाम का फंक्शन बनाया, आपने उसमें क्या किया, a कॉमा b पास किया, फिर उसके बाद क्या किया, आपने उसको एंटर करवाया. मतलब यू विल बी टेकिंग, लेट्स से a यू आर टेकिंग, let's say a you are taking from the user, फिर b you are taking from the user. Okay, and then you will be returning a plus b. Okay, और फिर उसके बाद आप उसको प्रिंट करवा रहे हो. राइट, यू आर प्रिंटिंग द एड फंक्शन. आप एड फंक्शन प्रिंट करवा रहे हो. सो दिस इज अ बेसिक लॉजिक बिहाइंड द सिंपल एड फंक्शन. ओके, अब यही एड को मुझे बार बार करना है. ओके, तो मैं क्या करूंगी, व्हाट आई विल बी डूइंग फॉर द लैम्डा फंक्शन, आई विल बी क्रिएटिंग अ एड इज इक्वल्स टू लैम्डा, ये कीवर्ड यूज करूंगी, नम डालूंगी. ओके, उसके आगे मुझे क्या करना है, नम में बार बार मुझे 4 ऐड करना है. सो दिस बिकम माय कंटिन्यूअस इन्वोकेशन. अगर मैं कितने बार भी ऐड फंक्शन इन्वोक करूंगी और जो भी नंबर मुझे पास करना है दैट आई विल बी पासिंग हियर, सो आई विल बी गेटिंग द आउटकम ऑफ दैट ऐड फंक्शन. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस? 4 + 6 अभी 10 मिलेगा, उसके आगे मुझे यहाँ पे चेंज करते जाना है. दैट्स इट, नथिंग एल्स आई हैड टू डू हियर. कैन यू जस्ट एग्जीक्यूट दिस कोड? ये कोड एग्जीक्यूट करो, आपको समझ में आएगा हाउ द लैम्डा फंक्शन वर्क्स. तो लैम्डा फंक्शंस बेसिकली इन द इनलाइन मोड ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन होता है. ओके, ये प्लस के लिए बताया है. एक और लैम्डा फंक्शन का एग्जांपल लेते हैं. a इज इक्वल्स टू लैम्डा. ओके, x कॉमा y, दो वेरिएबल, सॉरी, x कॉमा y, ये दो वेरिएबल डिक्लेयर करें. इनके लिए मुझे क्या करना है, x मल्टीप्लाई बाय y. This is what is the lambda expression, okay, or lambda function. And then I will be just passing the values here. मैं कुछ भी नहीं करने वाली हूँ, मैं सिर्फ वैल्यू पास करते चलूंगी. 4, 5. This is the value I had passed. What I will get it outcome, I will get it 20. तो अगर आप लैम्डा फंक्शंस यूज करते हो तो आप अगर कोड ऑप्टिमाइजेशन की बात करोगे, so using lambda function there is we are actually optimizing the code itself. Okay, मतलब जो हमको मल्टीप्लिकेशन का प्रोग्राम लिखने में 4 लाइन लिखना पड़ रहा है, वो ही मल्टीप्लिकेशन का प्रोग्राम हम यहाँ पे सिर्फ 2 लाइन में कर रहे हैं. So that is basically the main differences. Okay, and in the normal जो हमारे यूजर डिफाइंड फंक्शंस होते हैं उसमें हम डेफ कीवर्ड यूज करते हैं, वेयर इज इन द लैम्डा वी विल बी यूजिंग लैम्डा कीवर्ड हियर. ओके, अब ये एग्जीक्यूट करके देखो लैम्डा फंक्शंस.
Yes, ma'am, it's working. I have executed.
ओके, अब अभी अगर आपके पास एक लिस्ट है, तो यू कैन यूज लिस्ट विद द लैम्डा फंक्शन एंड विद द फिल्टर फंक्शन. कैसे करोगे आप? कैसे करेंगे? सी वी विल बी डिक्लेयरिंग लिस्ट. ओके, एक लिस्ट डिक्लेयर करा, मान लो सिंपल वैल्यूज आई एम डिक्लेयरिंग हियर. ओके, यहाँ पे ये वैल्यूज मैंने डिक्लेयर कर दिया. उसके बाद मैं एक ऑड लिस्ट बना रही हूँ, दूसरी लिस्ट क्रिएट कर रही हूँ. उसमें मुझे फिल्टर्स डालने हैं. व्हाट फिल्टर्स आई नीड टू चेक, कि ये जो लिस्ट है इसके अंदर जो एलिमेंट्स मैंने लिए हैं, जो एट रैंडम लिए हैं, उसमें मुझे फिल्टर लगाना है. क्या फिल्टर लगाना है? कि कौन से वैल्यूज ऑड है. करके देखो आप लगे तो. num mod 2 इज नॉट इक्वल्स टू 0, मतलब क्या हुआ? वो ऑड नंबर्स हुए. ठीक है, लिस्ट पास करी यहां पे लैम्डा फंक्शन में. एंड व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू प्रिंट हियर, द लिस्ट, सॉरी, द लिस्ट ऑफ ऑड नंबर्स आपको प्रिंट होगी यहां पे. करके देखो, यू विल अंडरस्टैंड. ये कोड करके देखो, दिस 3 लाइंस का कोड एग्जीक्यूट करके देखो. Is it done? Is it done?
No, ma'am. In my, it's a syntax error is showing.
Why? क्या गलत किया आपने? Just we will be creating a list of say 35, 12, 69, 43, 75, 40 and 73. कुछ और कुछ इवन नंबर्स मैंने जानबूझ के इसमें लिए हैं. एंड देन आई विल बी क्रिएटिंग ऑड लिस्ट. एक ऑड लिस्ट क्रिएट कर रही हूँ जिसमें मैं लिस्ट ऑफ with the filter function and the lambda num in the bracket, I'll be just checking num with the percent mod 2 is not equals to 0. It's a condition, right? This condition will print list. That's it. Print the list of odd numbers. And I'm executing it. Where's the problem? Where's the problem? This was working fine.
Ma'am, in my it's showing list is not callable. In list object is not
The
callable.
list object is not in the same in my also. I'm getting the same, but it was working actually. 1 second. Hmm. Okay. List 1, list 1. Then uh, yeah, it's working. See, don't use list as a keyword because list is a keyword actually. So we cannot have it in the variable. क्योंकि ये list जो हम use कर रहे थे ना, मैंने उसको 1 लेना चाहिए था क्योंकि और underscore because that's a user defined variable, right? So you just take it, it will work. और odd number का list भी आ गया नीचे generate होके. Working fine. तो मेरी लिस्ट जो है सॉरी जो लैम्डा फंक्शंस है वो हम लिस्ट के साथ ज्यादा यूज करते हैं ओके सो वी आर यूजिंग लैम्डा फंक्शन विद द लिस्ट comprehensions most of the time okay because lambda function like is really helpful for handling the data using list okay is it clear have everybody tried this not yes
Ma'am, I'm trying.
okay then we will talk about arrays quickly. Okay, once it is being done, then we will see the arrays, Python arrays.
Ma'am, I don't know why two times single statement came. The syntax error, multiple statements found while compiling a single statement.
You can try the things into the either Jupyter Notepad or notebook or either on the online Python basically compiler the way I am using.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
But sometimes that ideal is giving me the similar kind of errors. Yesterday, that complete user-defined functions was not executed by compiler.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Is it done?
Yes, move it.
Okay. Now we had seen so many different kind of basically collection type and data structures in the Python. We seen that they all are the object type. Okay. Similarly, we are having arrays in the Python. The other programming language also having arrays. But whatever be the data types which we discussed earlier before to array, they are dedicatedly in the Python. They are not in other programming language. But array is one of the most commonly data structure, or we can say the data type available in all the programming language for the memory allocation. Okay. So array is also process of memory allocation. It perform a dynamic memory allocation, and it can declare basically the way we can declare other data objects. Similarly, we can declare array in the Python itself. Okay. And how we can declare basically okay. And it is a ordered way. Okay. It's a continuous allocation. So item stored in the array is called element, and we can access that element by having an index. Okay. So the location of element is an array is a numerical index. We normally consider that numerical index starts with the 0. Okay. And with the help of index, we can access the respective value located. Okay. And there are certain operations in the array. Array operations are like we can traverse the array, we can insert the new element in the array, we can delete the element from the array, we can search the element in the array, and we can update the array. Okay. Uh, Now let's talk about like array. But the array in the Python, we are having certain modules, or we can have certain modules to be imported. Okay, it is little bit different way to handle array. Okay, see earlier jitna bhi list, dictionary, tuples we had seen, they are straight away data basically structures, and we just declare it and we access it, and there are certain list of operations we had seen on those data structure. Array in the Python is little bit different. Okay, because we need to import array basically modules. Okay, we need to import modules basically in the Python. Okay, so let's talk about array. Okay. I'm just moving into this side. So I'll be using import array as a any variable you can have it. Okay. So just I'm having ARR. Then I will be assigning ARR to the array variable. In the bracket, I'll be having I for the index and then variable to it. Okay. So I'm just having 2, 4, 6. So these are the values I will be assigning. Okay. Once it is being assigned, I can print the array like this. The first element is A of 0. Print, say, second element is A of, say, 1. Like this. I hope you are getting. And when it is being executed, it will be executed like this. Okay. So if you just observe, the orientation of array is little different than the other data structure. Why? Because we need to import the library of array in the Python. Okay. So जैसे numpy, pandas जो libraries आपको पता है, वैसे array भी एक काइंड ऑफ लाइब्रेरी है जो हमको इंपोर्ट करनी पड़ती है, एंड देन वी हैव टू डिक्लेयर ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ दैट लाइब्रेरी, जैसे ARR नाम का मैंने एक ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट किया है, एंड देन वी आर इनिशियलाइजिंग द एरे. इज दिस क्लियर टू यू? Yes, no? We started few libraries actually. Array is one of it. आपको इसमें कोई डिफिकल्टी है क्या? How to add
Ma'am, please
library?
show previous page again. I was executing that. It's working, ma'am.
Okay. So you were executing this array.
Yes, ma'am, it's working.
Okay. So you understand that how we add array library?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we imported here the array. Okay. Array, basically library we imported. Okay. And then we created the array object ARR. Okay. एक object create किया और उसके through मैंने array initialize करी. And then I am printing the array elements like A of 0, A of 1, A of 2. You can have n number of basically जो भी variables, जो भी आपने यहाँ पे values लिए हैं, you can print it accordingly. Okay. Based on this, there are many operations. Okay, we can delete, we can insert, we can update the array. That you need to explore. Okay. Now, why we use arrays in the Python? जबकि हमारे पास लिस्ट है, डिक्शनरी है, ट्यूपल्स है, तो हम उससे क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं? Why we are using array? This is the question. Yeah. My question is clear or not clear? Why we use array if we are already having different kind of data collection, data structures in the Python? Like हमने डिक्शनरी देखा, लिस्ट देखा, ट्यूपल्स देखा, सेट देखा, ये सारे हमने डेटा कलेक्शंस के ऑब्जेक्ट्स देखे पाइथन में. तो हमको एरे की क्या जरूरत है? व्हाट इज द मेजर बेसिकली रिक्वायरमेंट व्हाई वी यूज एरे? ऐसे कहते हैं, मतलब मैं आपको एक बता देती हूँ कि एरे इज ऑलवेज बेटर देन ऑल दिस डेटा स्ट्रक्चर. ओके. सो वॉट एवर बी द डेटा स्ट्रक्चर वी डिस्कस्ड, ओके, एरे इज बेटर देन ऑल दैट डेटा स्ट्रक्चर, कलेक्शन डेटा स्ट्रक्चर. व्हाई? अभी क्वेश्चन क्लियर हुआ आपको?
Ma'am, maybe just because we could get the particular, just particular data. For example, if we will not print the first element, directly we will go to third, it will give the result.
Hmm.
I mean,
Okay.
what I
Anything else?
when the I mean what I grasp that's it is significant. It's significant is just to giving any particular.
सी द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग ये है कि ये हम प्रीडिफाइंड पैकेजेस में से उठा रहे हैं, राइट? तो एरे का जो ओरिएंटेशन है, ओके, वो ऑलरेडी प्री कंपाइल्ड लाइब्रेरी में रखा हुआ है, इसलिए मैंने इंपोर्ट करी ना लाइब्रेरी.
Yes, ma'am.
ओके. वेयर एज इन अदर डेटा स्ट्रक्चर मुझे उसको डिक्लेयर भी करना पड़ता है और फिर मैं एक्सेस कर रही हूँ.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
ओके.
ma'am.
तो
Yes, ma'am.
यहाँ पे क्या है कि मैं डायरेक्टली उसको एक्सेस कर सकती हूँ. वंस आई जस्ट डिक्लेयर इट एंड आई कैन स्टार्ट द यूजिंग इट. ओके. सो एरे कैन रिड्यूस द ओवरऑल साइज ऑफ कोड. अगर मतलब अभी हम सिर्फ एक छोटे छोटे एग्जांपल्स ले रहे हैं, 10-12 आइटम्स ले रहे हैं, 3-4 एलिमेंट्स डाल के एक्सेस कर रहे हैं, प्रोग्राम कर रहे हैं, आपको लग रहा है तो सब छोटा है. But just try to understand when you actually deal with the big size data. So array is more effective than dictionary or tuples, right? Because array एक तो सबसे ज्यादा हमारा जो एग्जीक्यूशन का टाइम रहेगा, कोडिंग के जो एग्जीक्यूट होता है प्रोग्राम, वो टाइम सबसे ज्यादा सेव करेगा क्योंकि ये ऑलरेडी प्री कंपाइल्ड पैकेज है. पॉइंट नंबर
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
array
ma'am.
can reduce the overall size of code also. क्योंकि हमारा कोड भी उससे काफी कंसाइज हो जाता है। एंड अरे नॉर्मली हम इसलिए यूज करते हैं बिकॉज अरेज support as a dynamic memory allocation. Okay, so actually array is a pre-compiled, or array we can have, array is nothing, it's a library, right? It's a libraries, okay, in the Python. So we always prefer to have a library, इसलिए तो numpy pandas यूज करते हैं ना हम डेटा एनालिसिस के लिए। क्यों नहीं कर लेते लिस्ट से, क्यों नहीं कर लेते डिक्शनरी से, जब वो भी चीजें हैं तो, राइट? बिकॉज देयर इज अ डिफरेंस। ओके, क्या डिफरेंस है? क्योंकि जब हम लाइब्रेरीज यूज करते हैं तो हमारा ओवरऑल जो प्रोग्राम एग्जीक्यूशन होता है या परफॉर्मेंस आता है, मतलब एक परफॉर्मेंस बात करें, सो दैट गेट परफॉर्मेंस जो है वो इनहांस हो जाता है। ओके, इट सेव्स लॉट ऑफ टाइम। ओके, देन सेकेंड क्या है कि एरे जैसे परफॉर्मेंस इनहांस करता है, एट द सेम टाइम एरे कैन ऑल्सो रिड्यूस द ओवरऑल साइज ऑफ द कोड ऑल्सो, मतलब जो लिखा हुआ प्रोग्राम है उसका कोड भी कम हो जाता है, छोटा हो जाता है। एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज दैट द अरे इज यूज्ड फॉर डायनामिक memory allocation. So these are the main reasons we are going with the arrays. Okay, now how to delete element from the array? Simple, by using del function. Okay, so let's talk about array deletion here itself. Okay, suppose there is an array which we declared. Okay, now I want to delete certain element. Okay, so I am just deleting one element here, a of say 2 I want to delete. Okay, and then I'm printing again array. I'm just printing array. Say a I'm printing. So first element, second element, I just got it. And when I delete the array, when I delete a element which is at the second position, okay, so जो सिक्स है वो डिलीट हो गया, क्योंकि टू जो है वो जीरो पे है, वन पे फोर है, और टू पे है सिक्स, और थर्ड पे है एट. So I'm getting only this much amount. 6 is deleted because I deleted here. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am, it's working.
Okay. So this is the way we can delete. So now if you just see here, easily deletion is also possible. Then we can also see the length of array. How we can see the length of array? Again by using len function. So all that thing, all the functions, sorry, all the operations related to array is very easily possible on the, all the basically operations like traverse, delete, update, insert, all that basic operations can easily possible on the array. Okay, I hope it is clear to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now from the array we started going with the libraries in the basically Python. Okay, Python libraries के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं अभी हम. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So the very first library for the data we discussed as a array. Okay, और array बहुत ही बेसिक चीज है, क्योंकि ये ऑलरेडी आपने जब कभी और भी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज कभी देखा होगा, so you might be seen those. That's why you are more comfortable to start with the arrays. Okay, now there are few operations on the arrays. I want you should perform it or you should try it. Okay, operations on array. Okay, so the very first is accessing the element, accessing the items or elements in the array. Array में हमेशा item नहीं होते, elements होते हैं. Okay, terminologies याद रखना. Accessing elements from the array. मतलब जो अभी किया, ओके। देन यू शुड ऐड द एरे एलिमेंट। कैसे ऐड करोगे वो देखो। ये सारे ऑपरेशन है, हाँ। रिमूविंग बताया, रिमूव द एलिमेंट फ्रॉम द एरे, ये अभी बताया मैंने आप लोगों को, यूजिंग डिलीट फंक्शन। देन यूजिंग लूप, रीड द एरे, ये करना है आपको। देन कॉपी द एरे एलिमेंट, कैसे करोगे, कौन से बिल्ट इन फंक्शन से करोगे, ये आपको खुद को एक्सप्लोर करना है। ऑलरेडी बाकी के ऑपरेशंस, हम ये सिमिलर ऑपरेशंस वी हैड ऑलरेडी डन ऑन द अनदर डेटा स्ट्रक्चर्स। वी ऑलरेडी टॉक अबाउट अ बिल्ट इन फंक्शंस, दोज वी आर गोइंग टू यूज इट। सो दोनों चीजें यूज करके आप एरे के लिए ये सारे ऑपरेशंस प्रैक्टिस करना है। देन यू हैव टू रिवर्स द एरे, और यू कैन रिवर्स द एरे, ओके। सॉर्ट द एरे, ये सारे ऑपरेशंस आपको करने हैं। आई होप क्या बोल रही हो ये आपको क्लियर है। Is it clear, not clear? Please let me ask here. Please ask here itself, okay? If you are not clear with anything, I can explain you, okay? But this, you have to do it. Is it clear?
Ma'am, what is the last one?
Sort. Actually, it's not. It's sort. Sorting of the array. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we will talk about, see, we started with the library using array, okay? Now in the next class, we will be talking about NumPy, pandas, okay? For data analytics, we will talk about data frames, how to create data frames, how to use NumPy, how to use pandas, and we will invoke few things. We will do the operations, and that will be the last topic from the Python and the data analytics module. Okay. So please practice whatever things we discussed. Please start working on the project, as I already repeating the things. Okay. Everything is with you. I always share the session notes. जो live class session notes है वो आपके पास है. Recordings already being available. You go through the recordings, try to understand the things, practice it. If you find any difficulty, please do ask me. Okay, tomorrow we will be completing Python libraries with the NumPy and pandas. Okay, so please complete all the topics. Okay, before tomorrow's session. Okay, fine. Then we will end up session here. I hope today's session you understood and you practice at the same time. Okay, we will meet tomorrow and we will continue with the Python libraries. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
hello.